Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently finishing up our conquest of this region, and then we're probably going to take a quick break from the wars. But for right now, I'm just wondering, I didn't actually look at this before I started this episode. I'm wondering where exactly our army is. They are over here. Okay, they're at Spica. Perfect. Just wanted to make sure of that. And we're a little bit negative on energy credits and consumer goods. We're doing fine on consumer goods for now. We can last another roughly 50 months, so we should be okay on that front. We're on normal speed. Why are we on normal speed? Game is laggy enough as is. Let's bump that up to fastest. Perfect. We are going to jump drive over to here. No, we are going to jump drive over to here. There we go. Got it. Took a couple of attempts, but we are good. Defense platform damage. Okay, what are we going to go for next? Kinetic weapon damage is super cheap, so we will go for that. This will, of course, give us a gateway in this region, which is a relatively big deal. We do need to think about getting rid of a starbase, and where do we want to do that? I suppose we could get rid of this one. Yeah, that'll be fine. Excellent. We're doing just fine on our naval cap, so that is good. The question is, do we actually need additional fleets? The answer is maybe. Maybe. I'm not 100% convinced that we do, but we'll see. We're going to come over here and go ahead and land on Athesia. Perfect. This is going to be an exclave. Nothing we can do about that right now. We're now at 51 out of 56 starbase cap. Okay. This got us a lot of starbase cap. Noted. There's some army health coming in. Rising unemployment. Yet that's fine. We are going to need to pop these into another sector, right? That's definitely something that is going to need to happen. And in fact, let's go ahead and do that. Let's pop these guys in to a sector, and these guys as well. And then we're going to, of course, need to get ourselves some governors for the sector.
An enemy planet
if the game will let me. There we go. Excellent. Wonderful. And where's that other one at? Some of these are actually not set to automate. Interesting. Here's the other one. Okay. So now let's go through and make sure they're all set to automate. There should be at least 2 that are not. So we'll come up here and set this guy to a balanced focus. And I'm just kind of leaving them all at balanced focus, and if there's something we need to address, we'll do it manually. And there we go. Now we're good. Hopefully they'll start doing some investment, but we'll see. I'm not holding my breath on that one necessarily. We're going to jump drive up to here. And once here, we will land on Shimmering Pearl. Excellent. We've just about wrapped this up. In fact, I believe that's the penultimate invasion. Of course, we do need to come up over here and take this territory back. These guys are heading up to Sanctuary. I'm actually going to jump drive up to Sanctuary. And then, for some reason, I'm not able to shift-click in order here. I don't know why that would be. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just wait for them to jump in. There we go. Excellent. And then we'll attack down over this way. Yeah, we're already fighting the station, so that's perfect. Order restored on Rivorium. Also good. And in theory, once we get rid of all of these branch offices that have been established, we should be in a much better situation. So this is Corinth Temple of Renewal. This is Clagian's. Both of them should be eliminated quite soon. So we're invading Shimmering Pearl right now. And it's already taken. Fantastic.
An enemy planet has been secured.
And that's the end of the Corinth Temple of Renewal. Ideal. Now we're going to jump drive over to here. And then we are going to institute increased benefits. And we're going to land on Campura. Excellent. And this should be the end of the Corinth Temple of Renewal, which should end a lot of our crime, which should fix a lot of our problems. Excellent. None of these are currently in the... Oh, I want to see... Are we actually putting in chambers of elevation? I don't believe we are. Noted. We're going to have to go through and make sure that everything is getting a chamber of elevation. But this will be the end of the war. We'll end this war after we get this region, and we'll call this good for now, although we definitely want to make sure we grab all of this over here first. So we'll grab this over here, and then we'll end this war and address our slightly interesting energy credit situation, as well as our very interesting consumer goods situation. What are we out of? We're out of exotic gases. Okay. We'll buy in a few of those. I think we'll sell off some alloys and use the proceeds to buy a few exotic gases. That'll keep us going for a while. But we will definitely need to work on that. Okay, so we have landed over here. This is now ours. Was that the end of the Clagians? Yeah, these guys are now red. The Clagians must be gone. No, they technically still have this system. Ah, they have Trappist. And that connects to this wormhole. Okay, that's super convenient. We're going to go take it. Where was that? That was... here. Get in there. Okay. And yeah, we want to eliminate the Clagians. That was the whole purpose of this war. We're going to jump drive up to... Is that just out of range? Yeah, that's just out of range. We're going to jump drive to here and then come in. Perfect. Like I said, the whole purpose behind this war was to eliminate the Clagians. And that is exactly what we're going to do. I'm glad to see that these guys are free. No more Clagians for them. Excellent. And we're going to want to grab these guys and tell them to come in and invade Trappist. So first we're going to come in to here, like so. Excellent. We don't really care about defending this. We're going to take it. But the whole point is just to eliminate the Clagians. We can't make our way down to here, but that should go away, in theory, once they no longer have any planets. We'll arrive over here in about 30 days, and that's okay. We're at war with these guys, right? It's these guys. Yeah, we're absolutely at war with them. They're still part of the United Trading Pact, after all. Even though the United Trading Pact is, at this point, pretty crippled. And that's what we like to see. Our trade is going to be probably a bit problematic. Yeah, certainly. We'll have to address that. But that will be done once we're at peace.
A study has been completed.
And we can address a lot of these. Hello, our consumer goods are positive right now, as are our exotic gases of all things. Okay. Maybe that has to do with the crime. At any rate, we're going to land at Fixus, and there will be absolutely no problems with this. We should definitely get defense platform hull points. This is a lot of trade over here. A whole lot of trade. Luckily, this is connected via a wormhole directly to our territory. How are we doing on this invasion? They actually have some forces here, but they're not very useful forces. They can't stand up to our warforms. Although they may kill this psionic army. They did. That's okay. We should probably consider getting ourselves like 5 more warforms. Just to be on the safe side. We're going to need them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Okay. These guys are pretty donezo. There's very little that they can do. 1344, and at their capital, how much do they have? I think this is their capital in exile, but 2209. Should be no problem. We'll land at Zoyarch. Zoyarch? I'm not sure how I should pronounce that one. I'm going to go with
A study
Zerch,
has been completed.
because that is definitely the best way to pronounce it. Alien Zoo. That's a non-renewable. Okay, we'll grab that. Didn't expect to see one of those, and I guess shield hit points will do. Excellent. I have a couple of science chips not doing anything, and that's not necessarily the best. You should probably be assisting research here. Is this a science world? Close enough. This is not a science world at all. Okay, but like I said, close enough. And this is over Howling Vortex right now. Yeah, why don't you just come on over here? I don't really care about the assist researches at this point. Like, we don't really need additional science. So it's fine. Okay, you're there. And where are you? Let's get you,
An enemy
if we can get
planet
zoomed
has
in
been
here.
secured.
Was that not the end? Oh, right. We didn't get their capital yet. I was gonna say, why is that not the end of the Clagians? But that's because we haven't landed there yet. Perfect. So that wormhole connects up to... I should have just clicked on the wormhole. I think it connects up to... I forget. I'm just gonna do this. Connects to here. So I'm gonna take this... I'm gonna take this guy here, and we're going to come over to here and begin construction on a gateway. Just for purposes of trade. Right by the wormhole is actually completely fine and ideal. Food from jobs, I guess. Okay. Let's witness the end of the Clagians. This is their last stand, right here. And they are getting absolutely crushed. Just completely decimated. And that is exactly what we want to see. Wonderful. We appear to have halted briefly. Okay. Just doing a little bit of processing, I guess. And let's finish that up. And that should be the end of the Clagians.
Planet has been secured.
The end of the Clagian Holy Enterprise. There we go. That was, in fact, our goal. I want the game to be paused right now. There we go. Excellent. So that was our goal for this war. I don't think there's any point right now in continuing this particular war. Let's do a status quo. Done. We'll accept this. So we are now at peace, and we need to address a few things. First off, we have too many starbases. We definitely don't need all of these in here. We're going to have to go through these and figure out which ones we don't want anymore. We're going to definitely want to hit this reinforce all button. There we go. We're currently negative on volatile motes, exotic gases, and rare crystals, and a little bit negative on nanites, but we're not that concerned about the nanites. Okay. So we'll go ahead and tick forward here so that this all updates. Wonderful. And we definitely need to build research stations here. We already are. That's ideal. Okay, so we have a lot of trade that is not currently being gathered. This station is irrelevant. We'll get rid of it. Okay. So we're going to need some trade stations, for sure. And we may want to think about building a few defensive stations. Like, honestly, having a defensive station in Trappist is honestly a really, really good idea. So we're going to have this one be defensive, and we're going to put in gun batteries, and we're going to get rid of this crew quarters and replace it with a, honestly, maybe a defense grid supercomputer here. Just to get those extra defense platforms in. And then a target uplink computer. Excellent. And we also need to go through all of these planets and make absolutely sure once and for all that we have chambers of elevation. Everything else I'm going to largely ignore on this pass, and if we need anything else, I'll probably do it in I'll probably do that off camera in between episodes. But we're just double checking for those sweet, sweet chambers of elevation. Some of these worlds are absolutely not going to have one. This one doesn't. This is a civilian industry. I'm comfortable with replacing this with a chamber of elevation. This is a destroyed hydroponics farm. We're going to make that be a chamber of elevation. This is a destroyed alloy megaforge that we have to repair, apparently. The civilian industry, however, will replace with a chamber of elevation. Civilian industry that we can replace with a chamber of elevation. Excellent. Here, we don't have a chamber of elevation. We're lacking a little housing. I'm going to replace this with a city district. And I'm also going to replace this admin office with a chamber of elevation. We're doing fine on our admin cap. This mining station, I'd love to replace this research lab with a chamber of elevation. This refinery world, we do need a chamber of elevation here, but that's complicated. We could replace this nanite transmuter, but I don't like that concept. We're apparently at -5 available jobs. I don't know how that works. Okay. The reason this is complicated, of course, is because we need volatile motes, exotic gases, and rare crystals. Usually I would, replace this synthetic crystal plant, and I think I'm going to do that anyway. And that'll be fine. This bureaucratic center, the civilian industry, is an easy change to a chamber of elevation. This hydroponic farm, similarly easy change. Yeah, I'm going to prefer hydroponics farms whenever possible because we're doing more than fine on food. We'll replace this one as well. Now, this refinery station, I guess an admin park? No, a civilian industry is the right way to go, actually. This forge world here is fine. Many chambers of elevation on these locations. Excellent. Yep, chambers of elevation in all of those so far. And let's just check through here. After all, we need to necrophage. This station here, we can replace this admin office with a chamber of elevation. We can definitely replace this hydroponics farm with a chamber of elevation. Admin office is a decent option. Paradise Domes, I'll prefer the admin office over Paradise Domes. And hydroponics farms, we'll replace that with a chamber of elevation. Additional hydroponics farms. Excellent. Okay, that is fine. Excellent. So far, we are... Ooh, this urban world here. We have 0 crime. We definitely don't need this fortress. We're unlikely to get invaded. And it doesn't give enforcers, but there's also these precinct houses. Our crime is so much better with the Clagians gone. It's insane. Absolutely bonkers. I would like to replace what here? The civilian industry? Yeah, that'll have to be it. No chamber of elevation here. Civilian Repla Complex. I'd prefer not to replace that. What level of alloy foundry are these? Okay, yeah, that's replaceable. Excellent. Any chamber of elevation here? No. Admin office is the thing to replace. As far as this one goes, this is a bit of a yikes. It's got 4% increase buildings on it. Or actually 3%. No, it's got 4. What am I talking about? I feel like we don't necessarily need all these. This isn't that many mining jobs, actually. I'm going to replace the mineral purification hub. Here we're fine. We need a chamber of elevation on Umara. Once again, I think the mineral purification hub is the one to replace. Over here... okay, I think the admin park. On this bureaucratic center, we've got a temple. I'm actually going to replace that. This is a mining station. We can just build a chamber of elevation. Energy Nexus is upgrading. We can replace this hydroponics farm. We can replace an admin park. Or, actually an alloy foundry is probably slightly better here. Okay, in this location, alloy foundry. We're doing fine here. Hollow temples. I'm going to replace one of those. Definitely a hydroponics farm getting replaced here. This is a hydroponics farm that we can't do anything about because of pops right now. Okay. Mineral purification hub. We only have one mining district. Chamber of elevation. This Forge world, we have no crime here. The precinct house is an obvious choice. Refinery station. Yeah, I think the alloy mega forge. It's going to lose us some jobs, which is not ideal, but it must be done. Alloy foundry here is a good choice for chamber of elevation replacement. And we're almost done. Precinct house? Yep, definitely the precinct house. We've got one here. Got one. Got one. Got one. Okay. This is definitely going to be a chamber of elevation. Chamber of elevation. Replace the Hall of Judgment, perhaps? We're going to have some crime, I think, if we do that. However, this food processing center, we can definitely do. And maybe the precinct house here. I doubt it. I really doubt it. Definitely the mineral purification hub. Only with the one mining district. We should also bump these into their own sector. Okay, that made 2 different sectors. We'll go ahead and make them be balanced and assign in some new governors. There we go. And we'll assign in another governor. Fantastic. Okay. They have all the resources they could possibly hope for. So that should be fine. So there is Chambers of Elevation put in. Excellent. We're a little short on energy credits, a little bit short on volatile motes and exotic gases. We should probably go through this again and look at moving populations. That said, we're low on energy credits. So that's going to be a bit complicated, to be sure. That said, with that month tick, things are looking up. Excellent. Plus 818, I don't hate that. We'll institute the increased benefits. And I'll probably go through this in between episodes, or actually maybe we'll do it right now and look to get some of these unemployments sorted out. Because that's our biggest problem right now, is unemployment. There's no doubt about that. It'll definitely be smoothest to keep the game paused while doing that at this point. But that's okay. Yeah, that is definitely something that we could consider doing. Now, we are building a gateway up here for purposes of trade. We have a lot of trade coming in from Trappist, and we should be considering that our trade is not necessarily the best. Let's see here. Dwumgar is where we're having an issue right now. Which is right here. Okay. Right, because it's coming in from this over here and coming this way. Let's take a look at this. Piracy has reached its maximum value. That's a thing. So it's not going to get any worse than this. But it isn't helping. We could temporarily just park a fleet here. That is something that we could do. Just take the first combat fleet. and park it right here. We're only a system away. So in we go. Excellent. And we're going to need to address our volatile motes, exotic gases, and rare crystals situation. That, however, will be a job for next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.
A study has been completed.